So last week we took a look at conditions and the video was received well. You guys liked it. And one of the first questions that came up is, hey, how do I set conditions based off of an ACF field? Now, I want you to know that this is going to work with any, ACF, MetaBox, I'm sure, ACPT, any custom post type. This is going to work. It's really all about the dynamic data, and I'm going to show you how to do it, and we're going to do it right after this.
Brick School is sponsoring a 50% off sale for both BricsBits and BricsFX. BricsBits gives you professional, easy-to-use templates, and BricsFX gives you easy-to-use, subtle animation classes that take your project to the next level. This is a limited-time offer, and your purchase helps Brick School keep going. Links are in the description.
Let's just jump right into it. This is pretty straightforward, but it could be a little technical. I really want you to watch this because I'm going to try and keep it as beginner-friendly as possible because I'm telling you, this will be a key to unlocking anything you want to do. You don't have to. This is what's great about using dynamic data. You don't have to fill out some little box of, you have to have this and you have to do that and you get to just make it up. And you're going to see that. I'm going to use a little bit of a goofy example here, but I'm going to show you what I mean about if it doesn't matter what it is you want to use, or I should say what you want to achieve, you can do so using conditions and custom post types. So let's get into it. All right. I have just a real basic demo site here. Literally, it's blank. So let's get started. Yeah. We'll click Edit with Bricks. And the first thing we are going to do is to bring over a template. I'm just going to go over to BricsBits. This is the template we're going to do. We're going to set up an Our Teams page. We're going to show the team users. We're going to say where they work via an icon, and that'll be the condition, plus a couple other things that we'll have fun with later on. So let's take this one, and we're going to get the code. Let's call it, let's call it Our Team. Okay, we'll call it Our Team. We'll get the styler code. And we'll come over here and let's delete this. And let's go ahead and paste this in. And you're going to have to allow that because it's the first time I've pasted onto this site. Now, you may notice some things are a little different. It's because I have Advanced Themer installed on this. I only have that installed because I wanted to do this in ACF, so I wanted to show you that. So there you go. We have our template in. And I tell you what, let's just quickly change this to say Our Team. Okay, so I've just put in some basic text, just some holder crap, just so it kind of looks real, right? Now, before we go ahead and make this all dynamic, we're going to need to add a few things. Now, we already know that, we have our users and I've added a couple of basic users. Let's just go over here. We'll check out all users. So I've got me and I've got a couple other, pretend users. The problem is we're going to need some extra fields. And here's what I was thinking. Let me just go back to that, the layout here. So what I was thinking is we'll have an image. So we're going to need a user image, a headshot, let's say. We're going to use the icon. But that's going to be based off of, what city they're in. And then we're going to have their role. So we're going to need to, or I should say their position. We'll add a position field. Okay. So we're going to need a position field, the city that they're in, and a headshot. So let's go ahead and add that in ACF. We'll just go ahead and create a new group. And we'll call this user fields. And the first thing we're going to do is an image. And we'll call that headshot. And we'll add another field. And we'll call this, we'll do this as a select. Oops. Do this as a select and we'll say, yeah, I don't usually like using field names like city. let's go to location. That sounds a little better anyway. So we'll go location, and our choices are Paris and New York. Okay. And then lastly, we're going to add a field, which is their position. So that's just a text. Okay. And that's it. And now we need to bind. So we've got these fields now. Now we need to bind them to something. We can bind them to a post or to anything, but the thing we want to bind them to is the users, right? So we're going to come down here. We're going to say users, and we're going to say user role is equal to all. So in other words, this little field group, which is just 3 fields, we want it to be on all of the user fields, okay, or all of the user accounts. Like if I wanted to, I could say, oh, I just want the administrator users to have this or whatever. And a common reason to do this is you would say the subscriber. So, you could stick on, hey, when are they paid till? When are they? And you see where we're going with this. You can use these kind of things to have a paywall and not be using a third-party plugin. You can make it yourself, right? So but for now, we're leaving it as all. And we'll just go ahead and save those changes. And we'll go to users, and I will go to me, and I'll click edit. And I come down here, and somewhere down here, there we go. We've got the 3 fields that we added. So let's go ahead and we'll add an image, which I've already uploaded some. As you can clearly see, this is not me. I want to be in the Paris office, and I am, I don't know, CEO. Why not? We'll update that, and I'll just quickly do the other 2 doing this exact same thing, okay? Okay, so all 3 are done. Now let's go head off back to the page, and we will get this all set up. So we're just going to edit with bricks. And first thing we're going to do is actually go ahead and select one of these cards. I always, in my templates, I do a card wrapper, and then I put the cards underneath. The reason being is that you should probably be deleting 2 of the cards and setting it up using dynamic data, right? So here we go. First thing we should do is set up the query loop. So we're going to click query loop. We're going to click edit. We will go down. We'll say users. In this case, we're going to say roles of any, because I can't remember what roles I put them all in. And, we'll just leave it as that. And we'll click save. So the first thing that we're going to do with this image is we're going to go ahead and say, where should it get the image from, right? So the first thing we're going to do is click on dynamic data. We'll go over to ACF, and there's the fields that I added. So we have our headshot, and obviously that's where our image is coming from. Boom. Everybody's image is in. Now we're going to change out the name. We'll go ahead and take this out. We'll say, yeah. And for this one, we're going to go to user profile, and we'll go, it should be here, first name. There it is. First name, space, and we'll do that again. User profile. And last name. Okay. So there we go. Now we have the names. Now we're going to need to put their position in, right? So same thing here. Boom. Position. And there you go. So now we have our little dynamic thing, and let's just go ahead and view that on the front end, make sure that's working. There we go. We got CEO, head designer, and great. But we don't know where the person's working from, right? We say it's New York and Paris, but how do we know? So let's go ahead and solve that. Now, I have this div as an icon, and instead we will create a division. And inside of that division, I have actually already put in, we'll just add an image here. So we'll add an image. And this image is going to be, let's say, the New York icon. Okay, and we're going to make this icon an aspect ratio of 1 so that it's nice and square. Change the size down to, let's say, 150 by 150. Even that's going to be too small, too big, but we wanted to get it smaller. We'll set our width at like 6 rem. Too big? Screw it. Let's leave it at 6 rem. Okay, here we're going to put on a little bit of padding. So we'll just go here, we'll go to padding, and because I'm using Brick Styler, see, and this is what I don't like about using Advanced Themer, so I guess I'll just type it in. So we'll just go space dash XS. I'm thinking, yeah, let's do that all the way around. Okay, good, and let's give it a background color so that you can see it. Let's go background color, and I don't know. We'll make it good enough. And now we're going to make this division. We're going to make it absolute, all right? But I'm pretty sure we're going to have to put this. Let me see what I've got going here. Yeah. So we'll put this up here, and we will turn this to absolute. All right, perfect. And we're going to put it on the bottom, so we'll be 0. And let's move it over just, actually, you know what? Let's put it in the right corner. Yeah, why not? That looks kind of fun. And I think all we'll do is, for this division, let's go ahead and round off that top right corner, which will kind of make it look a little... Well, I'll give that a radius of M, and there you go. It looks kind of like a card. Happy days. All right, so that's great. Let's call this New York. All right, and then I'm going to duplicate it. And for this one, guess what we're going to call it? We're going to call it Paris. But the image now looks silly because that is clearly not Paris. That is, we'll insert that. And now we've got Gay Paris, huh? So, coming together, we've got the two things. We've got Paris and New York. Right now, whatever's on the top is going to show. So if I move Paris to the top, New York is showing. This is where the conditions come in, doesn't it, Billy? Let's set it up. Paris, we want the condition to show if they're in Paris. So, let's go up here. We're going to go conditions. We're going to add one. And this time we're going to go to dynamic data. Which data is it? Well, it's the ACF data and it's the location. So if the location equals, which is the 2 equals, or I could even say if it doesn't equal Paris, then we know it's the other ones. But in this case, you'd want to say, okay, if the condition equals Paris, we're going to show that one. All right. Now, I should have done this before duplicating it, because now I'm going to have to come here to New York and do the same damn thing. But that's all right. And so we're going to go dynamic data. We're going to say which data, the location is equal to New York. And it just dawned on me. Let's actually put the location right here in text so that you can see. So here we're going to say, okay, this person's in Paris, this person's in New York. I think I put myself in Paris. There we go. And there you are. See that? With conditions, we've got these little things. Now, granted, they don't look very well. I'm doing this quickly for this, but you get the idea. Each one specific to its own. That's great. So that's all there is to it. It's as simple as that. You go in, you say your condition, you create a tree, or I should say you create a question that you want to ask on the page. So for me, I was like, okay, well, I wanted location. So I made that ACF field of location, the 2 locations, and bada bing, bada boom, off and running. Let's just do one more thing that kind of show this field thing off, and we're going to add a little fun tag, all right? So to do so, all we're going to do is go in our image wrapper, we will add a text, and we're going to want to put in, where did our text go here? Let's just call this CEO, and we'll change the text to CEO, and we're going to just give it some we'll go space XS, and we'll do this across, and then we'll go space S, and we'll put that there, and let's go ahead and change the typography to light. We'll change the background to a nice, I don't know, yeah, let's go dark red. And, we should probably change this text size to small, and let's make it a little heavier. And lastly, we're going to round the borders. What do you want to bet this closes when I choose it? It always does. I don't know why Bricks hasn't been able to fix that, but there you go. And now what we have to do is we have to unhook this from the DOM. We're going to choose absolute. Now it's up in the top corner, and we're going to transform this, and we will choose to rotate on the Z-axis 90 degrees. We will translate this down 50%. Okay, which actually goes sideways because I've turned it. And 50% down. And now we've got this cool little CEO tag. I tell you what, let's actually move that 40%, or pardon me, wrong one. Let's move that 40%. Okay, good. And we will save that, make sure that it's working. Yep, we got CEO all the way across, but only one of these suckers are CEO, right? So let's go ahead and set a condition on this. Condition, pretty much same as before. We're going to go down. We're going to go to dynamic data. We're going to say the position is equal to CEO. All right, because the text inside of that field that we added is CEO. And if you look now, boom. Only James has CEO, and the one thing that looks really silly on this is that I would like to have this detail wrapper. Let's just, there we go. We'll take the detail wrapper, we'll give it a background color. Actually, let's do this, and then we'll do the font light. There we go. Boom. All right. So there you go. A couple of real simple, real world things that you can do. You create a answer, and then you ask the question. And that's kind of the way I should have put it in the first place. Just like Jeopardy. You say, okay, here's the answer I'm going to be looking for, and then that's your ACF field. And then you ask the question on the page of, hey, is it equal CEO? Yeah, it equals CEO. Now, I could have done it the other way, If these weren't the CEO, I could have made this text here, hates the CEO, and we'll save that. So I had to change my transform a little, but the point is, who hates the CEO? Well, that's everybody that is not the CEO, right? So we change that. And now you've got a tag for everybody that is not the CEO. So you get it, you make your answer, and then you ask the question on the page. That's it. I hope this helps. Like, subscribe, do all that crap. Go to Brick School, go buy my stuff, learn to juggle, get your Christmas tree ready, do whatever. But have a great day. Take it easy.